Welcome to 2K Sports. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And looking at the Nets, they've got Green. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Jackson looking around. Dishes to George. Kicks to Morris. Back to George from 17 feet out. And he hits the jump shot. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jackson. The dish to Leonard. Knocked loose. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Back to Irving. The pass to Shamet. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And there it is for him. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Irving double team. KD against Leonard.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. This one for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Landry Shamet. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Cousins. Griffin with the steal. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from outside. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The shot by George wide open. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Now here is Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Count it. Irving's got 6 points.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Cousins. Back to Beverly. Over to the left wing. Out left to the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
James Harden.
1 second left. Can't get the layup. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got DeMarcus Cousins. Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. And it's Beverly missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Claxton the pass to Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Clippers in the lead. There's Jackson with the 3. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, that barrel-chestedness of Harden. So much strength and body control. It's hard to stop him from scoring.
Outside Jackson. Lays it up off the glass.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Harris.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Boy, the quick feet and long strides of Batum, especially lethal in the open court.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Griffin kicks to Harden. Over Jackson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's blocked by Brown.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Count that one. And the Nets lead by 1. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Jackson after the basket by Brooklyn. Man can't hit. And here comes Brown leading the fast break. Here's Claxton. And with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. But 2 dishes to Cousins. Here's Mann. Cousins, rebound, Brooklyn. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Now here's Jackson.
And I like...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here is Zubac, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Now here's Durant. Shot on the wing. Bank shot, no good.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Irving. Paul George making his last shot. Outside Irving. Clock at 4. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Net.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Harden. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Durant in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And then Durant with the dunk.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
George looking over the floor. Leonard on the wing. Here's Jordan. Now Kevin Durant. Jordan kicks to KD. A second chance effort. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Durant's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. The Clippers shooting 43% from the floor. Outside Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Leonard against Green. Leonard attacking Morris. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 11 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Outside, George, Zubac. And that one, good.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Pass to Shamet. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Shamet missing. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Durant kicks to Irving. Irving double team. Jordan, they kick it out to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Green's got his second bucket.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. He sinks the 11-footer.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Passes it to Durant. Fires the 3. Second chance shot. And Jordan with the layup. And the Nets lead by 7.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first.
And, you know, when Cousins is healthy now, this guy is a quality player. He's a big man that has a lot of versatility.
1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. And here's Harden. He has 6. For 3, Harris hands it from downtown. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
Here's Griffin. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
The athleticism of Batum, so good at recognizing when he should drive it inside.
Nets leading by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the pass to Griffin. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Beverly finds Batum. Great look, but off the mark.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets up 6. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 6-point game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Rajon Rondo, Luke Kennard out there with Batum, and there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the center. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Jordan.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Jackson. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Durant's pull-up is quick and smooth and virtually unguardable. So agile he is for a 7-footer.
Rondo with it. He's picked up by Jordan. No good from Cousins.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
A three from Morris, and again it's the Clippers missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Kicks it out to Leonard.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Green dishes to Irving. Takes the 13-footer, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Rondo gets the bucket.
He's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Irving. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. And it's Kennard in for Rajon Rondo. High post, KD. Leonard's there, and the Nets miss again. Clippers trail by 9. He kicks to Morris. Back to Leonard. And it's blocked by Jordan. And he gets it back.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
The three from KD. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Zubac. Stolen by Harden. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. But they get it back. Outside for Durant. Leonard with the steal. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Nets leading by 6. Harden with it. And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Outside, George entered on the wing. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and that one drops for him.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
KD against Leonard. Outside Durant. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Nets lead by 8. So it's the Clippers now. Outside, George. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for... Stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the point. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lillard left side. Rebound, Brooklyn.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court. Leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Covington shoots it up. He's good with the little jumper in close.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That was kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from three.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden against Lillard. Outside Durant. No good on the three.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And the basket by McCollum.
I feel like when CJ gets a couple of these to go, it accentuates his ability and confidence to score from the outside as well.
Now, here is Irving. Outside for Durant. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Irving against McCollum. And Portland again with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Harden. Out to Harris. Uncovered. That one a little long.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And Jordan sends it back.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Deflects the pass. Durant. The shot's good. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kyrie Irving. From deep. Offensive rebound.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Harris outside. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Foul. That's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here is Harden. Portland making their last shot. And Covington sends it back. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum, no good.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
Harden hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Cantor. Here's Simons. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And something that Harden continues to work.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get them.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
We've got Green, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Claxton with the bucket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Portland leading. Now Anthony. On the wing, Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. McCollum dishes to Cantor. McCollum with the ball. Brown on him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 6 points.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost. And when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Brown against Jones. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Green kicks to Irving. The pass to Griffin. 4 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Green. They grabbed their own miss.
How about Melo? Some good defense down there on the other end, putting in the effort.
Brown against Jones. Pass to Simons. Down low. Here's Cantor. The shot off that time, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Powell for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Powell's got 5 now.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. Outside for Griffin. Brown outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Brown.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players. Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Lillard against Irving. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's a hand on it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Here's Durant. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
Yeah, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
40 seconds left now here in the second. And Lillard kicks to Powell. And Jordan sends it back. Left side, Harris. Poked loose. Covington with the steal. And the dunk by Covington.
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
Irving against Lillard. Outside Irving. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's Lillard. Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 9 points, 3 assists, and that's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. And it's Lillard missing. Nets trail by 3. Lobbed up there for KD.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open.
You want evidence of Lillard finishing at the rim? I give you Exhibit A.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to Harris. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Nice mid-range J. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Here's McCollum. He's got 9. The feed now to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Joe Harris. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Jones kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Cantor trying to free himself up. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cantor's got his second basket.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Harden right side. Up again.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown. Anthony, the pass to Simons. Pass to Cantor. Jones for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. The Nets have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Brown finds Green, kicks it out to Harden. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Harden to the paint. Claxton, nice move, and he jams it with authority.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Cantor trying to free himself up. Hollis Jefferson, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
The Nets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And the first one does.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Now the pass to Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. 6 to shoot. Stripped away. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. Pass to Simons. Kicks it out to McCollum. No good on the triple. Harden outside. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, Kyrie Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 5. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Nets leading by 4. And here's Irving. Dishes it to Griffin. Back to Irving. Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Irving. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Irving passes to Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard with it. Feeds to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good on the shot. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Shamet with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden's got the ball with 3. Harris. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
McCollum finds Powell. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Shamet. Durant in the corner. Over Cantor.
Hustling to get up on that shot. No one can fault Cantor for his defensive effort on that one.
Harden against Lillard. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, that's where he's a huge threat to complete any sort of alley-oop. You could throw that at the top of the square, and DJ's going to throw it in.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. The long-distance 3 is buried.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And a switch here also for Portland. Covington's checked in. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. On the wing, Harris. Durant in the corner. Harden right side. Irving with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, such a remarkable scorer. Kyrie has such a quick trigger. The D has no chance there.
Lillard from outside. The shot will not fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Powell in the high post. Harris is there, and that one is good.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Passes it to KD. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. And the Nets lead by 11.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
It's the first that brings them to within 10.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Irving looking for an opening. KD on the wing. Misses the three. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Holiday finds Lopez. And the shot is good. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Second shot opportunity. Jordan's shot is off.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Can't hit that one. Nice D from Durant. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Harden.
Well, what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Holiday surveying the floor. Lopez left side. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Lopez so comfortable down inside. This is where he makes his living, Kevin.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Irving. Pass to Harden. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Can't cash in from close range. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
Now here's Irving. Knocks it loose. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Harden gets the bucket.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Holiday against Harden. Now here's Middleton. He's guarded closely. Lopez. Jordan with some nice D.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy. Boy, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
The Nets making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And then for Milwaukee, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Now, here's Shamet. It's Durant with the drive, and then Durant with the jam.
Well, Kevin Durant not about to settle for any low percentage shot. My goodness, with authority.
Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Here's Lopez, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Lopez has got 8 points. Nets trail by 5. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
Here's Connaughton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Forbes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Harden outside. Passes to Luau. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Here is Forbes. Portis in the post. For Milwaukee, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Free throw, good. Portis. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. A steal. Poked away. Middleton the pass to Tucker. With 1 on the clock. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 2. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally, I just...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Brown. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Brown finds Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Middleton. Back to Portis. That one doesn't drop. Griffin with some nice D. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break and finished off by Brown.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Here's Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton. Connaughton passes to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. That one, no good.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
And Brown throws it down. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind and the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Green dishes to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Well, clock winding down, none better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
1:12 left in the second quarter. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. Portis in the post. Griffin's there. Middleton outside.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's the lob to Portis. And they're on the break. Here's Griffin. No good from outside. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. They trail by 6.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Brown with it. And there's the pass to Harden. Knocked away. Stolen by Middleton. So that'll be it for the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were in a 7-point hole at one stage. And that.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game, great performance by Brook Lopez.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Shamet in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Nets 5. Durant, no good. Bucks trail by 4. Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Harris. The wide open look here for Holiday. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Bucks.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Jordan can't get it to go.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Holiday against Irving. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 6.
How about the great body control by Kyrie Irving, one of the best small men in the league at converting through contact.
Here's Giannis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Pass to Irving. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Jordan with the bucket. The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Holiday against Irving. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
That one good for 2. 6 points for him.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Outside Holiday. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice. And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of. And then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Back to DiVincenzo. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 6. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. 1:02 left to play in the 3rd. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Harris. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 8 points.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Outside Durant. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Shoots off the step back. Uses the glass to drop it in. 8 points for him.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. 12 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. For the 3. Goes back up. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Portis.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Nets lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bucks trail by 5. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. E.J. Tucker is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Holiday in at the point. Portis kicks to DiVincenzo. The kick out to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Portis. Griffin with the steal. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Here's Luwawu. Got a piece of it.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Now Harden. They kick it out to Green. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. The Bucks also with the sub. Lopez, he's checked in for Portis.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Lopez. Kicks it to Tucker. Nice move. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
I just love the activity, a fireball of energy. Tucker earning himself a trip to the stripe.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Outside Holiday. Inside Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Offensive rebound. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Out to Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's Brown missing. Bucks trail by 9. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Holiday. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez.
Well, you love Lopez's effort. This guy dunking is easy for him, right? He's close to the rim, 7 foot. Come on now.
Moving against Holiday. Outside Irving. Passes it to Jordan. Here's Shamet. Takes the 3. Jordan dishes to KD. Tries again. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, we know he's got takeover ability. Kevin Durant is cooking right now.
We've got 1:18 left in the 4th quarter.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. And here's KD for 3. Let's keep it alive. The tray. And no, that doesn't go. He's made 8, but that's his 3rd miss. Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Middleton outside. From deep 3-point range. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Again, Durant missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he overshot that one, missing. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Harris outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. So, all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So the Nets starting five. They've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the three. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the one spot.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
George finds Zubac. Leonard against KD. Out to Morris. Clock is at 3. Another shot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And then Durant with the jam.
And you remember there were questions about KD's athleticism going into the 2007 draft. None now. He can throw it down with the best of them.
Now here is George. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Drills the three-pointer.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Jackson against Irving. The rebound by Paul George.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Here's Morris. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Oh, the lob to Irving. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard looking over the floor. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside for Durant. Back to Harden. Here's Irving. And it's off the back rim. No good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And it's Leonard missing. Nets trail by 3. Irving with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Irving's shot is good.
And that's vintage Kyrie. He has the blow-by speed to get past defenders off the dribble.
Jackson against Irving. To the inside. Outside for George. Clock at 6. And here's Morris for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Morris has got 5 points so far.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game. Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Now here's Harden. And Irving gets it to go on the assist from Harden. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
George against Harden. And George kicks to Zubats. Pass to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the dunk by Zubats.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Irving looking over the floor. Outside Durant in the corner. Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Outside Jackson. Outside George. Pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
35 seconds left here in the first quarter. There's the pass to Irving. And the layup falls. He's got 6.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
KD against Leonard. He dishes it to Morris. Kicks to Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Irving for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. Irving's got 9.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Flip. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Claxton in at the 5 spot.
The incredible energy of Blake Griffin, skilled at sticking with plays and finishing them off.
Now here's Beverly. He kicks it to Cousins. Here's Kennard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now here's Griffin. Dishes it to Harris. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Kennard's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And the rejection by Cousins.
He is so reliable. DeMarcus making a play and making it look easy.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Now here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
The kick out to Brown. Harris passes to Claxton. Left side, Griffin. Outside, Irving. 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And the Nets with possession here. Here's Claxton. It's hauled in by Beverly. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes. Leonard's got his first 2 points.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Brown dishes to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. To the paint. Here's Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
The former 5-star recruit, first overall pick in the draft. Griffin's been slowed down only by injuries.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Now here's Leonard. The dish to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Leonard inside. KD's on him. And that one's good. Leonard.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Irving. He's got 9. Pass to KD.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Reggie Jackson comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. And the basket is good. Zubac has got 6.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Moving against Rondo. Pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
Rondo looking over the floor. Passes it to George. And George with the stuff.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And that'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Green. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Durant. At the elbow, Green. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Lets it fly from 18. No good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got his second basket.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
The 3 from George. Here's Zubac. The pass to Beverly. Outside, George. The second chance effort. 2 free throws. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Here's Irving. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Outside, George. Great open look there. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
Now Shamet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
And here's George. He's got 9. Off target with his 3. In transition, here come the Nets. And that one's good, Shamet.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Clippers leading by 3. Beverly the pass to George. Here's Zubac outside for George. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Irving passes to Shamet. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And then for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. And Harris subbed in for Durant. Outside Jackson. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Rebound, Brooklyn, and it's Cousins with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Kyrie Irving. Harden with it. And foul on the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Jackson, that's good.
That quick burst off the pick allows Jackson to separate and get the look he wants.
Now here's Brown. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harden kicks to Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Nets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Claxton, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Jackson. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 5.
DeMarcus very effective driving off pick and rolls and scoring with ease.
Harden with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Quick off his feet, the long arms, easy jam for Jackson.
Here is Harden. Harris outside. From the arc. It's off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Joe Harris. Brown out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Now Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
And here's Harden. Kicks it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Just 3 to shoot. Lobs it up for Jordan at the tip.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Rondo passes to Zubac. That one misses. Nets trail by 3. Griffin attacking. Basket good.
When Blake sees a lane to the basket, it looks like his eyes lights up and he attacks.
The Clipper shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Harden against Rondo. The shot, no good. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And then for Brooklyn, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Clippers in the lead. Beverly with the ball. Morris right side. Beverly against Irving. Shot clock at 5. Leonard inside, defended by Durant, and it's Leonard missing. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Irving dishes to Brown. Outside, KD. The kick out to Brown. Irving against Beverly. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. And George, here we go, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Outside Irving. Pops it up for Jordan, and stolen by Cousins. An even 3-on-3 break. And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris. And now a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Outside Irving. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Saving a little something from when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
And he commits the intentional foul. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Brown. KD against Leonard. Here's Jackson. Here's George. It's good.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Outside Irving. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off with the layup. So it's the Clippers now. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
The Nets working the ball around now. Some solid defense there from Jackson. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Harden, no good. Here's Mann. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Even. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to... Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Irving. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Brown, and it's Harris in at the 3. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Jones in at the 2.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Oh, that'll make any coach happy. Aggressive defense, then changing ends quickly.
Now here's Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
An athletic big man. When Jordan is driving hard, it puts the D in a tough spot.
Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. He gets that one.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Now here's Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Lillard. Up top, Covington. Back to Lillard. Puts it up. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Lillard.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Lillard. 2 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And Lillard's calm attitude helps in these spots. He doesn't force anything up, even when the clock is low.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league. And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
It's Covington on the wing. Lillard outside. Back to Covington. Portland needs to get off a shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Durant with a wide open look. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
McCollum against Harden. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Pass to Nurkic. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Nurkic has got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Here's Griffin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
A big problem for the defense inside. I mean, once Griffin gets established, he's comfortable shooting the ball.
55 seconds left to play in the first. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Shot from 16. And again, it's Portland converting.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Harden the pass to Irving. Again, the Nets for two.
You got to know that Irving is an excellent mid-range shooter. But then again, where isn't he a great shooter?
Pass to McCollum. 24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green with the block. And they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Harden with it. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so good.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second-chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
They've got Norman Powell, Anthony out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for the Trail Blazers. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for Bruce Brown.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Passes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. On target from 13 feet. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Ande Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. They get it back. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Nets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Irving's checked in for the Nets.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his second foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. McCollum kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. Releases. Again, the Trail Blazers score. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Cullum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Cantor. Shot clock at 3. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Anthony. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Harden against Lillard. Harris outside. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Durant kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Nurkic. No good from Jordan.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Powell dishes to Lillard. Back to Powell. And there's the feed to Nurkic. And Jordan sends it back.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. There's 1:17 left to play in the first half. Harden against Lillard.
And after that solid opening quarter, you can see now he is definitely starting to cool off.
Tell us how you really feel.
That finish. Woof. And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Harris against Powell. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. A shake. Takes it out to Covington. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. It's Durant on the wing. And KD throws it down.
Oh, man, brushing off the defense with ease. Durant is no stranger to being played with physicality.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. From deep. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 11 points. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Brown in at the 2 guard. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 1-point game. Here's Covington. Good. Covington's got his first basket.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with him.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's Durant. Count the bucket. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Luwawu. Portland grabs the miss.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
The drive by Cantor. Powell inside. Guarded by Harris. And easy 2 points on the layup.
It's important for Cantor to be effective in the pick and roll. I mean, it makes their offense much more complete.
Katie against Covington. On the wing, Irving. Puts it up from 12. Basket counts. Irving's got 6 points.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Irving kicks to Durant. Harris outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Left side, Jones. And it's sent back by KD.
Well, you aren't going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Landry Shamit's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Collin passes to Simons. Down low. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Nifty move. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Hollis Jefferson kicks to McCollum. 1:12 left to play here in the third. Portland no good that time either.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Oh, what a beautiful point.
What intensity. Did you see that? Great.
And when Harden sees a clear lane to the hoop, just move out the way. He jumps on it. So relentless in how he exploits open space.
And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Anthony down low, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Pass to Claxton. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Now Cantor. It's McCollum on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Cantor. It's blocked, and he recovers it. And here's Harden. Oh, Griffin in position.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feed.
Oh, big time shot.
He just beat the buzzer. He barely beat the buzzer.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 3 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
I'm not a doctor, but nothing about that play screams minor injury. Obviously, this could be a real concern.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Jordan's checked in. Harden scanning the floor. Pops it up for Jordan. Harden finds Jordan, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. So for the Nets, Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard with it. There's the pass to Jones. Back to Lillard. The dish now to Nurkic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That's an unforced error. That would drive a coach crazy. Got to play heads up out there.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Irving attacking. Lays it up off the glass.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Lillard against Irving. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
Lillard against Irving. Passes it to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Powell against Harris. Powell dishes to Nurkic. Here's the 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Jones. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Irving against Lillard. High post, KD. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Lillard looking around.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Oh, free throw is good from Lillard.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Lillard against Irving. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Outside Durant, shot clock at 6. 9 feet out. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. Lillard from outside. Portland again missing. Nets leading by 3. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
Lillard against Irving. Lillard, the pass to Cannon. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. Harris against Powell. Up again, and Cantor able to finish.
The experience helping Kemp there. He doesn't shy away from taking big time shots.
1:09 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the rock.
Lillard outside.
Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to KD. Back to Harden. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Cantor dishes to Powell. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Irving passes to Durant. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
When things get tough, you start to lean on your stars, and Durant always seems to come up with a clutch shot.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
Lillard from outside. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Up next, the Buck. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to DH.
Hey, Kevin. Giroux, how
terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2 guard. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Count that one. And these teams both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking. Do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
Harden against Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. And here's the fast break. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Stolen by Harden. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lobs it up for Jordan. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan, with arms that go on for days, just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Durant.
And Kevin Durant, great length and using his advantage on the inside.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee, trailing by 2. DiVincenzo against Irving. Giannis outside. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, not only being just an all-around more improved player, Giannis has taken some huge strides in terms of building his body up.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here's Shamet. Sinks that one from the post. Bucks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Pass to Middleton. Giannis left side. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Giannis has got 5 points so far.
I like to see how confident and effective Antetokounmpo could be from there. He's got some room to shoot it. He really does need to fire away.
Now, here is Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. .110 left in the first quarter. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, sometimes it takes a while for all that length in Giannis to catch up to those feet, but once he does, man, he can explode.
Shamet on the wing. The rebound by the Bucks.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Launches a 3 with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Back to Forbes. There's the lob to Portis. One second left. And the layup good by Irving.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
And a good game so far. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trauma.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
They've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Connaughton in it with the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. Now Tucker. Griffin with the steal. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Outside Irving. Here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Here is Forbes. The pass to Connaughton. Shoots over Brown. And it's Griffin with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Stolen by Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. And Portis throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Brown. And the shot goes in. Brown's got his first points in this one. Your son, Cole, Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's Irving following the basket by Chris Middleton. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Nets lead by 1. The Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Now, here's Tucker, guarded closely. Here's Portis. Back to Tucker. Plenty of space. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Brown, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
1:06 left in the first half. Picked away. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Harden against Teague. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Giannis against KD. 5 to shoot. Misses off the left iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden the pass to Shamet. Harden against Teague. Now here's Harden. He's tightly guarded in the corner. Shamet with it. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Shamet's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets. And here's Giannis. 9 points in the game so far. There's the feed to Lopez. Here's Giannis.
Jordan rising up on the defense.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 4 spot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Giannis. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking. You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Now, here is Harden. Harris outside. In the corner, Irving with it. Teague against Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Here is Harden after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Irving. Irving double team. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. On the wing, Holiday. Passes to Nwora. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Teague. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. And Lopez throws it down.
Well, Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Harden against Holiday. Harden scanning the floor. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And DJ knows his role on the offensive end. It's pretty simple. An efficient shooter in the post and a great roller.
Pass to Holiday. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Lopez. Giannis outside. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
And there's the pass to Harden. Here's Jordan outside for Durant. Here's Harden on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. Sweet move, and Griffin puts it in. Griffin's got his first bucket in this one.
Blake Griffin right now working the inside game and has the skills to take you to school.
Irving against Holiday. Pass to Portis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
Milwaukee with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Middleton. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Outside Irving. 50 seconds left in the third. Feeds it to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Brown's got 6 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Tucker. Inside. DiVincenzo against Brown. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Over Claxton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Llewellyn. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Nets leading by 4. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Holiday with it. Pass to Portis. Great D that time from Griffin.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Portis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Now, here is Irving. He dishes it to Brown. Kicks it to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot, and it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Lopez, he's checked in for Portis. Now, here's Tucker. Harden missing his last shot. Here's Connaughton. Lopez finds Tucker. Back to Lopez. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. It's deflected. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Giannis. And Jordan sends it back. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, when you see KD run the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with him once he gets out in the open floor.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Now here's Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Irving's checked in for James Harden. Here's Irving. Out to KD. Over Holiday. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Giannis dishes to Middleton. The 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Durant. Giannis grabs the miss. Bucks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Holiday, and he banks in the layup.
And you have to love how Holiday came up big with the shot. That's the kind of leadership you want to see from him.
1:22 left in the 4th quarter. Irving looking for an opening. Pocket 6. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. It's the Nets now, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Middleton on the wing. Back to Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Free throw good. Giannis.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
And it's sent back by KD. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. It's in!
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Giannis. Yes!
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
Dishes it to Middleton. Stolen by Harden. kicks it to Irving. Durant, wide open, he fires. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.